Alright guys, welcome back, and we're looking at question 1 here. It says construct triangle DEF where DE is 6 centimeters, angle DEF is 90 degrees, and angle EDF equals 45 degrees. Measure and state the length of side DF. Now again, we're asked to construct a triangle here. The triangle is called DEF. We can treat the base as DE, which is 6 centimeter, and the angle at vertex E is 90 degrees, and the angle at vertex D is 45 degrees. And if you are doing a paper 2, it's a measure and state the length of side DF, which is going to give them an indication right away without checking your construction, whether the construction is right. So what we're going to be doing is doing this construction, but before we do that, it is always a good idea to sketch to see what the outcome should look like. So this triangle here is called DEF. So DE is 6 centimeter. So to do a sketch here, DE would be this, right? And you're told that angle at vertex E is 90. So basically you're going to do a construction here to get a 90-degree angle. And then it says angle at vertex D is 45 degrees, which is going to come up this way. So essentially our triangle should look like this. And the reason why they're asking this part, measure and state the length of DF, which is this side, is to know right away whether or not you did the construction correct. Because if everybody did the construction the same, then the length of DF would be the same. So we're going to go ahead and do the construction, and this gives us an idea what our outcome should look like. So doing a sketch is always a good idea. So let's get into this construction now. So the first thing we're going to do is establish the base, which we're going to treat as DE. In this case, the length of the base is 6 centimeter. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this line drawn. All right. 6 centimeter line, which is that. Okay. So that is 6 centimeters. All right. So this is DE, which is 6 centimeters right off the bat. So what we're going to be doing now is generating the 90-degree angle. Now, really and truly, whenever you do these bases, you should always just draw a long line and then measure the length, because you're going to be needing that extra point there. So even though this is DE here, just measure this again, 6 centimeters, so it ends there. You should always have an extra portion of line to help you with the construction of the angle. So that is what should be done first, as opposed to extending in terms of what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm doing is to construct the 90-degree angle here. So again, I'm using the pen in the compass so that you guys can see clearly what I'm doing. So again, I'm going to construct a 90-degree angle. I'm going to open the compass, and then afterwards I'm not going to shift it. So I'm going to put the point here at vertex E. I'm going to swing an arc to cut. And I'm going to come here and swing another arc to cut there. So I have the 2 arcs established, so I'm going to lift up the compass and just extend it a little bit, and then I'm not going to shift anymore. So I'm going to put the point where the arc cuts the line, which is here. I'm going to swing an arc up there, lift without shifting, put the compass there, swing an arc, and then afterwards I'm just going to get the line drawn from vertex E through the intersection of these 2 arcs, which is right here. So all I'm going to do here is just extend the line. I'm not wearing my glasses, so just bear with me for a second. So I'm just going to extend the line upward like that, right? And then afterwards, all we're going to do is construct a 90-degree angle here at D. So to get a 45-degree angle at D. So to get the 45-degree angle, we have to construct a 90 first. So that's what we're going to do here. So I'm just going to put the compass point at vertex D, swing an arc, come around here, swing an arc, and you can now see the importance of this portion of the line, even though it's not a part of the 6 centimeter. is very critical because we're going to be needing these points to construct the 90 first and then bisect the 90 to get the 45. So again, I'm going to just extend this now, just a little bit. I'm going to put a point here. I'm going to swing an arc, put a point here, swing an arc. And then I'm going to draw a line from D through the intersection of the two arcs, which is right here. So I'm just going to do this, just like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be bisecting this 90-degree angle to get 45, so it goes up. So that should be pretty straightforward. So what I'm going to be doing here, I'm just going to be generating an arc. So I'm just going to open a compass and just generate an arc here. That's going to help me. And you don't want to get it confused with the other arcs. So just make it clear of the other arcs that you have. That's fine. What we're going to be using is these 2 points here. I'm just emphasizing it. You don't need to do that in your construction, obviously. These 2 points I'm going to use to bisect. So to bisect now, I'm just going to extend it a little bit. I'm going to put a compass point here. And I'm going to swing an arc. And put a compass point here. And swing an arc. Now, if you are doing paper 2, all these construction lines would be extremely important. You're not to erase anything, all right, because it's evidence now that you've done the construction, all right. Whoops. Just try to ignore that point for a sec. All right. So you have the triangle DE, and of course here would be F. All right. So your construction should look something like that. Not as messy as mine a little bit. So that's the construction. There's a triangle DEF, which looks similar to the sketch, except you have the construction arcs, etc. In here. All right. So clearly this is 90 degrees. You don't need to draw any freehand arcs, and this is 45 degrees. You don't need to draw any freehand arcs here. They don't want to see that. So if you're doing a paper 2, this is what you should have. But they could give you this on paper 1 and ask you what kind of triangle it is, or what do you think the angle is at vertex F, etc. All right, or what angle was constructed at vertex D, without actually having these written inside. All right, anything is possible in paper 1. So you're going to do the construction for me, and you're also going to measure based on what they're asking here. Measure and state the length of side DF. You're going to do this construction and measure and state the length of side DF, and then I will indicate. You'll post it to me, and then I will determine whether you did the construction correctly or not. All right. So I hope you found this video insightful, and I'll see you guys on the next video.